What's up, superhero fans? Welcome back to Tripleitv, and today we are going to discuss about the new details of the Illuminati of 616 universe coming into the MCU. Now, this Illuminati team that we are going to see in that 616 universe is going to be different than we have seen so far in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But it looks like we know a few of the members already, and they might be what you think, but some also might not be what you think. We are going to cover a couple of reports over the week which give us a good idea of who the members of our new Illuminati in the Earth 616 universe are going to be. It also might give us a little bit of a hint of which characters could possibly be saved in our universe if our universe does indeed from an incursion and get destroyed. We have heard that TVA is going to go across the multiverse saving certain heroes from destruction. Could our universe face that fate, and is that where the new Illuminati comes in now? One of the most interesting parts about these reports is that the Scarlet Witch is reportedly going to be a member of a new Illuminati team. Now this makes sense as far as strength-wise and power-wise as of right now. You would argue that she is the strongest person that exists right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She wiped out the floor with the other Illuminati from the 838 universe. However, here's where it gets kind of interesting. Another reported member of the Illuminati team is supposed to be Wong, our Sorcerer Supreme. And I am sure right now, Wong does not have the best of the feelings for Scarlet Witch. She killed a lot of people, including a lot of his apprentices and other fellow sorcerers, and not to mention who we also think was his lover, although Madison is in the equation. Now perhaps he is moved on to someone new, but the main point is obviously Wong is not going to have the best of the feelings for Scarlet Witch right now. However, he might not have a choice in the face of a multiversal collapse and the destruction of the entire multiverse being at the stake. Here he will probably have to admit that they are going to need the Scarlet Witch to help. Now this report is coming from the insider My Time to Shine Hello, who is stating that Wanda is going to be a surprise member of Earth 616 Illuminati. So first and the foremost, let's not confuse this with the other Wanda from 838 universe, because there have been reports that the Illuminati team, the ones that are still alive, could possibly form a new team and seek revenge on our Wanda. So this is going to be a Illuminati versus Illuminati between the Earth 616 and 838. According to some insiders, there was another person from the Illuminati who was not present that day. And this person is the same person who created those Ultron bots that we saw. So a lot of people are assuming Tony Stark as superior Iron Man, so that separate story might come to fruition eventually. And they might use the Wanda of the 838 universe to join their Illuminati team. However, we are specifically talking about a 616 Illuminati team. So not a variant of a Wanda, but the Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, that we know from the WandaVision from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. According to the insider, can we get some toast? The other members of the Illuminati Earth 616 team for now are going to be Wong, Captain Marvel, and Bruce Banner, the Hulk. This is very interesting team. However, it is made up of what you could argue to be the most powerful characters on Earth, presuming Captain Marvel comes back to the Earth in the Marvels and stays on Earth. But as it turns out, that scene at the end of the Shang-Chi The Legends of the Ten Rings could have actually been an Illuminati scene. It was Wong communicating with his fellow Illuminati members, Captain Marvel and Bruce Banner, sort of a possible threat that he just came upon the Ten Rings that Shang-Chi had. And this team makes sense. Bruce Banner is a genius. Captain Marvel is incredibly powerful, and she is not on Earth. She is located in the cosmos, pretty much everywhere out there in our universe. And Wong right now is the current Sorcerer Supreme. Now you might be wondering about Doctor Strange. Well, at this point of time, I do believe that he is kind of going to be off planet, in the sense that he is going to be in another universe, because he is going to be with the Clea, helping her fix an incursion that he caused. Just like it was explained at the end of the post-credit scene for Doctor Strange 2 that he has caused an incursion, and here's the deal. Once Kang comes and everything kind of falls apart. I don't think this team is really going to stay together or only keep these members of the team. What we have been hearing recently about Deadpool 3 and Avengers Secret Wars is true, then this team is going to be incredibly important, and it's going to be a bigger one. Of the reports that we have heard recently is that there is indeed going to be a sort of a multiversal Avengers team, and this team could be the main team in Avengers Secret Wars that goes on to take on Kang the Conqueror and of course all of its variants. However, a big question still remains right now, and that is, does our universe, the 616 universe, gets destroyed? One of the reports states that in Deadpool 3, the TVA is going to go to a bunch of different universes that are dying, that are going to save some heroes from those universes and bring them back to kind of one shared universe which we'll call the Battle World. One of these universes that get destroyed, that's a pretty big question that we don't know right now. We do know that there is going to be somewhat of an incursion in the Marvels. We are not sure if they are going to fix it, but we do know that it's going to start to happen in the Marvels. We also know that the Marvels is kind of going to lead into the Avengers Kang Dynasty, and Kang Dynasty is where the incursions could start really happening, specifically for our universe. So there is, of course, is the possibility that the Deadpool or Mobius or whoever from the TVA pops up and say, hey, we got to go. And if that happens at the time, who would they probably pick? Well, if the Earth 616 had an Illuminati team that consisted of the most powerful heroes from our universe, especially if that team was established as an actual team who protects not only Earth but the entire universe, well, that's probably who the TVA would pick. And if the MCU really is going to be a soft reboot, we could kind of assume that the Illuminati team is basically going to consist of the characters that Kevin Feige wants to keep around the new universes following the reboot, but we don't really know what that's going to be like. We don't know if the 616 universe is going to be completely destroyed, or if it is destroyed, we don't know if they are going to somehow bring it back. Right now, we don't really know what the ending is. We don't know what's going to happen to the 616 universe. So that part is a little bit up in the air right now. Also, we are not sure if this is going to tie into the Iron Man 2 Illuminati Easter egg. This was back in 2010 in Iron Man 2. Iron Man pulls out his phone and he has an app on it titled the Illuminati. It even has the same logo that the comic book Illuminati team has. And we have never really gotten any answers about this one. This is just a little Easter egg that Marvel Studios included in there. So let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel and like the video.